Yes, your bars are hot.
Under my skin. There is a time when the stillness of vacancy will reign supreme. When my arteries will no longer be my blood's rental property, when my mouth will become desert, and my brainstem a part of the earth's dirt. To a fly on the wall, this must be what an abandoned tenement building feels like after all the life is gone. So remember me now as I am, as someone who tries his very best to practice alchemy, not just because it sounds cool, and not to sound cynical, but all things do come to an end, and this is less about making lemonade out of lemons, and more about not allowing myself to be constantly burdened by my circumstances. Remember that under my skin lives claustrophobic insecurities, and when the paws of my own self-hatred suffocate my thoughts without a pause, my insecurities have no choice but to seep through my pores. Remember that I'm not always confident, but I'm confident in saying we don't always actually have to be, that I'm no knight in shining armor. Their metal is used to protect their flesh, and well, sometimes my flesh is used to protect the mess within. Some days I want to hide under my skin in the shade of my eyelids, because each glimpse of light shows each inch of sight I don't like about myself. The floodgates in my eyes have been unleashed so many times my eyes would fall constantly like it's the only season, that sometimes I struggle to find a reason to keep them seeing, searching, reaching to convince me of believing the true meaning of being is breathing. Because many breaths have waited for me to draw them a diagram for weight out of my diaphragm. Many years held hostage in my ribcage because the self-conscious guard under my skin was too Fidel Castro to let them out to live. But remember, those vulnerable blues allowed me to put the hue in man. And although my back knows the tip of a knife like the back of my hand, I still believe in love. So remember, I wasn't afraid to tell a girl in her arms, I know the earth is round and I won't ever fall off. That I once said the only way I'd skydive is if I landed safely on someone like her, and here I am landed, yet still feel so on top of the world. Remember, I believe in questions. Not to act bold or to be an asshole, but because I want to know the answers to things like, is it America the beautiful, America the brave, or America the cubicle, America the slave? Is it America the home of opportunity, or the road to lots of scrutiny? Is it America the land of the best, or the land of success with the backpack of debt? And if there's really a war on drugs, then why are the dealers with the green apprehended? But the fiends left to scream, feed me more, as they lean on the streets and park benches, and for the 500,000 soldiers who were raped while they scraped for the US military. I wonder if they were told, be all you can be, when someone from their own platoon snuck in their room like a raccoon. I wonder if they knew that's how their favor would be returned. That if there's truly no child left behind, why are so many tried as adults? That why do actions always speak louder than words, but intentions neglected, when for all we know some actions can be misunderstandings and symptoms of those affected by any number of events that go unmentioned because we fail to just ask questions. That when I was fearful of being fearless, I felt my mother under my skin, and each time I wanted to give up and give in, I remember no one expecting a child says I'm ready for this kid, without being afraid of how unready they really are. Remember my loyalty. That I believe in unity despite who says that's the fool in me, with foolish dreams that forgiveness, please, and thank you aren't good matters but simply matters of the heart. That I found the key to F-R-I-E-N-D. It's to cherish the ones that don't cash in on the last 3 letters of that word. And that I believe there is way more to say than those overplayed feel-good Facebook posters. Because abbreviations have no place in a world where there are more sentences in prisons than there are sentences within lips. And under my skin, there is a time when the stillness of vacancy will reign supreme. When my arteries will no longer be my blood's rental property, when my mouth will become desert, and my brainstem a part of the earth's dirt. To a fly on the wall, this must be what an abandoned tenement building feels like after all the life is gone. Just remember me now, as I am.